All right, let's just jump right in. We're talking about the tech that's writing our emails, creating art that looks absolutely unbelievable. And yeah, it's changing our world, like right now. Today, we are breaking down generative AI.
And look, I know you've seen it. You've probably already used it. Whether it's firing a question at ChatGPT, seeing some wild AI-generated art pop up on your feed, or hearing those kind of scary stories about deepfakes, this stuff is everywhere. But what is actually happening behind the curtain? How does it all work?
So, at its very core, generative AI is a special kind of artificial intelligence. It doesn't just analyze the data you give it, it actually creates brand new, totally original content. Think of it like an AI that studied millions of paintings. It doesn't just recognize them, it can now paint a new one in that same style. It learns from all these examples to make something that has literally never existed before.
And that gets us to our first huge idea. This is AI that creates.
For the longest time, we've thought of AI as a sorter, right? A categorizer, it predicts things. Is this email spam or not? What's this stock gonna do? But generative AI, wow, it's a massive leap forward. We're going from simple recognition to actual imagination.
So, how does it get so good? How does it learn to be creative? Well, one of the most brilliant ways is this concept I love to call the artist versus the critic. Now, in the AI world, the fancy term for this is a generative adversarial network, or GAN. First up, you've got the artist. The technical name is the generator. Its only job in the world is to create new stuff, images, text, you name it, and to try and make it look as real and convincing as possible. And at the beginning, it's pretty bad, like a student's first attempt at a sketch.
But then you bring in the critic. That's the discriminator. Now, this network has been trained on tons of real-world examples, so it knows what a real photo of a cat looks like or what a real human voice sounds like. Its job is to look at everything the artist makes and shout, "Fake!"
And this is where the magic happens. The artist and the critic are basically locked in this epic competition. The artist tries to fool the critic tries to catch the artist. And with every single round of this game, the artist gets better at creating, and the critic gets better at spotting the fakes. This constant battle forces them both to become incredibly good, which leads to the hyper-realistic stuff we see all over the place today.
Now, that whole process perfectly explains the big difference between this new wave of AI and everything that came before it. It really all comes down to one thing: creating versus classifying. Okay, so let's really look at this. On one side, you've got a traditional AI model, what we might call a discriminative AI. You show it a picture of a car, its entire job is to look at the pixels and say, yep, that's a car. It classifies things. But now look at the other side. This is the generative model. You don't give it a picture, you just give it the idea of a car, and boom, it generates a completely new image of a car that has never existed. So one recognizes the world as it is, while the other imagines a new one. Let's break it down even simpler right here. The whole game is about purpose. Generative AI is the artist, creating new things because it learned a style. Discriminative AI, on the other hand, is the detective. It's just classifying the evidence based on a set of rules it already knows. One gives you those cool dolly images, the other is what powers the facial recognition that unlocks your phone. See the difference? And because of this incredible ability to create, we've basically unlocked a brand new toolkit for, well, just about every industry you can think of. I mean, we see it with images, right? You can use tools like Canva now, type in a simple phrase, I don't know, a student sitting in a library made of flowers, and you get a totally unique visual in seconds. This isn't just a cool party trick. It's democratizing design. It gives everyone the power to create amazing visuals. It's happening in audio, too. AI models can listen to thousands of hours of music and then generate completely new melodies, new sound effects, all from a simple text prompt. Just think about what that means for indie filmmakers or YouTubers. They suddenly have access to an almost infinite library of custom, royalty-free music. And of course, there's text, the big one. Large language models, or LLMs, like Google's Gemini, they can write incredibly coherent, context-aware text. And that goes for everything from drafting a quick email to generating lines and lines of complex computer code. This isn't just about saving time. It's about having a partner that can help you solve really complex problems.
But as you'd expect with any powerful new tool like this, it comes with some huge responsibilities. What's really important here is that word trust.
If this technology is really going to be a part of our daily lives, we have to be able to trust it. And that trust, it starts with transparency. It starts with accountability. We just need to know when we're talking to an AI and when we're not.
So here are the big things to keep in mind if you're going to use this tech ethically. First, just be transparent. Don't try to pass off AI work as your own. Second, respect copyright and intellectual property. Remember, these models were trained on stuff made by real people. Third, always verify the information. These models can and do make mistakes. They call them hallucinations. And finally, just acknowledge the tools you're using. It's all about being honest and giving credit where it's due.
When it comes down to it, generative AI is so much more than just code. It's a new kind of creative partner. It's an incredibly powerful tool, and it's also a mirror, reflecting all the data we fed it. The toolkit is officially on the table. So the real question for all of us is, what are we going to choose to build with it?